It's that time of the year again, guys. It's time for the Scarefest 2022 preview. Well, hello there, you're watching the official Theme Park Fans YouTube channel and welcome to your Scarefest 2022 preview. Yes, it's time for the traditional Theme Park Fans Scarefest preview where we're going to be taking a look at what's new, what's returning, and all that kind of stuff, really. So yeah, it's the Theme Park Fans Scarefest preview video, and as you guys know by now, or if you knew about it, then I've been doing like these preview videos since I think the first one was like 2016, maybe 2015. I don't know. It's been that long. Like I've lost count. I've lost track. But yeah, I always love doing these videos. You know, it gets me really excited for Scarefest. You know, gets me hyped up and ready for scares. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've got my Scarefest shirt on. I mean, I know you can't really see the logo that well because I'm standing up. But yeah, so first of all, we are going to be starting with the scare attractions, and then we'll be moving on to like the more family stuff. So without further ado, let's begin. So first of all, we are going to be taking a look at the scare attractions, and we've got three returning mazes. So we've got the Attic, that's returning. We've got Darkest Steps returning. And we've also got Altonville Mantles returning for its, what year would it be? First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year. So it's returning for its 7th year. I mean, I can't believe that. Like to think when Altonville Mantles first had its, well, when it's had its debut at Scarefest 2016, like, I was only 17 years old and I'm 23 and it's still ongoing. It's crazy. To be honest, my thoughts on the maze lineup, I'm going to come to the new scare attraction in a moment. But my thoughts on the maze lineup, I feel like Alton Towers could have done a lot better with the maze lineup. You know, and with it being 15 years of Scarefest as well, with it being the 15th anniversary of Scarefest, I would have loved it if if Towers brought back a classic maze, you know, whether that be subspecies, well, subspecies would be my number one choice. Whether it's Sanctuary, Carnival of Screams, you know, The Haunting of Molly Crow, Terror of Towers, What Lies Within. I do think they could have brought back a classic maze or two, personally, in my opinion. Or maybe what they could have done is they could have maybe bring back a classic maze. Like obviously, again, for me, my number one choice would be Subspecies. But then maybe bring a new maze in as well, something like that. So maybe, I don't know, because like in my opinion, I felt like last year, and I'm pretty sure I said this in my Scarefest preview last year. I'm pretty sure I said that, in my opinion, Altonville Mantles has ran its course, and it should have maybe have been replaced for Scarefest 2021. However, that wasn't the case, and I do feel like it should have been replaced for Scarefest 2022. But again, that is not the case. And I just feel like you could have put a new maze in there, and then maybe take out Darkest Steps, even if it's just for 1 year or something like that. I don't know. And then put in a classic maze and keep the Attic. I feel like that could have been good, but it is what it is. And I still think I'll enjoy them, but I really hope that, this is my opinion, like you guys, you might have a different opinion. I just hope that for Scarefest 2023, next year, I really hope we don't see Altonville Mantles again. I mean, like, when I look at Altonville Mantles overall, like, out of all the Scarefest mazes I've done down the years since 2014, it's my second all-time favourite maze, but I just feel like Altonville Mantles now feels a little bit stale, and I feel like something new could have gone in there, or even like a classic maze from previous Scarefests. Did that even make sense? Previous Scarefests? Just pretend I know. Just pretend you never heard me say that. But yeah, I just feel like Altonville Mine Tours, it's had its calls, and I just hope it doesn't return for 2023, the next Scarefest. The Attic, you know, I'm pleased that's back for Scarefest this year. I remember the first time I did it when it appeared at Scarefest 2019, and I wasn't really that, I wasn't that keen on it. It just didn't feel good. But when it came back the following year, in 2020, I feel like they really upped it. And it was the same again last year, so I'm really pleased that the Attic is back. And Darkest Steps, I mean, I don't know, it's a funny one, Darkest Steps, because Darkest Steps, back at Scarefest 2019, was phenomenal. In the Muni Bay courtyard area, it was phenomenal. And most of our run-throughs were on our own. And there was one time where it was just me. It was like just me going through the maze on my own, which was incredible. And then for 2020, they moved it up to, towards the archway. Well, to the left of the archway. So if you're going down that path towards roller disco, you know. So like if you're walking up the path towards the archway, and instead of going straight ahead, like towards Hex and Fountain Square, you turn left and you go down that path towards roller disco. Ever since they put it there, I haven't been a big fan of it, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens with Darkest Steps this year. And anyway, moving on to the new scare attraction for Scarefest this year. So, the new scare attraction, it isn't a scare maze. It's not your traditional scare maze where, you know, you put your hands on the person's shoulders in front of you, you know, like a conga line, or like, you know, or any of these mazes, the Attic, Altonville, Darkest Steps, where you just go through the maze. No, it's different. So the new scare attraction for 2022 is the Invitation. Now I'm going to read the little description of what the Invitation is going to be about. Excuse me. The Lakeside Cemetery invites you to join them for a grave experience that will live with you for eternity. Their friendly funeral director is dying to assist you as you descend into the burial chamber, where you can choose your final resting place. Some caskets have already been filled, but there are others still empty, waiting for you. So, the Invitation, it's not your scare maze, but it's going to be an audio-led experience in complete darkness. Now, I'm not too sure what to make of the Invitation. Obviously, I haven't done it yet as of now, and this video is going out tomorrow, Thursday, the day before Scarefest begins. I mean, obviously, I will have my staff preview, but you know, Scarefest for everyone starts on Friday. I'm intrigued to see what the Invitation is going to be about. Part of me is nervous about it. Not nervous as in like terrified of it or anxious of experiencing it, but nervous if it's going to live up to my expectations, or whether it could be another poor Scarefest scare attraction. I mean, like, you think about Project 42, that wasn't really a good maze, was it? Project 42 in Forbidden Valley, in the Nemesis of Terror building. But I do think it could be interesting. But again, there is that part of me which is a bit nervous that it might not be. I mean, I don't know, because like, this is new for me personally. Like, all I've ever done is scare mazes and scare zones, like from previous years. But I've never done an audio-led experience in a dark. I'm not sure how it's going to work or what the actors are going to do. But I am intrigued, but also nervous at the same time, that it might not be as good as I hope it would be. But, you know, like, this is a new scare attraction, and, you know, I've got to go in there with an open mind and hope that it delivers, and I'm sure it will. And it's really interesting that the Invitation is going to be where the old Freak Show Toxic Junkyard maze was. Obviously, that's not coming back for Scarefest this year. After it was at Scarefest in 2020 and Scarefest 2021. So it's going to be where Freak Show Toxic Junkyard was previously. So it's going to be interesting how it all works. But yeah, the invitation, that's new for Scarefest 2022, and it's not a traditional scare maze, it's an audio-led experience in complete darkness. Anyway guys, it's now time to move on to the more family-friendly stuff. Moving on to the more family-friendly stuff, returning for Scarefest 2002 is let me say that again. Returning to Scarefest for 2022 is Trick or Treat Town, and this year it's going to be sponsored by Haribo. So instead of like the cheap sweets that you got last year, you're going to be giving out Haribo sweets, which I think will definitely improve the experience in my opinion. Because when the only time I did Trick or Treat Town was the staff preview last year, and to be honest, even though the theming inside the attraction was good, I just felt the overall experience of it wasn't that great, and the sweets that you got as well weren't really that good. But with Haribo coming into the fray, I think it could be a whole lot better. I do think I'll only do it once though this year, you know, because Trick or Treat Town for me, it's more a family friendly thing to do. You know, obviously I'm more up for the scare mazes and obviously the invitation this year. So I'll probably only do it once, and it'll probably be during the staff preview. But other than that, I probably won't do it like every Scarefest visit, because as I say, it's more family a more family orientated attraction. For, you know, families with children and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting that Trick or Treat Town, it's going to be Haribo sweets and all that, so that should be interesting. You've got the Golden Lights Walk, Whispering Souls returning. That's free of charge, so you don't have to pay for that. It's basically you're walking through the gardens, and like there's a few sound effects, a few lights. There's no actors. So yeah, that's free of charge. You've got the Freaky Five mascots returning. I'm trying to remember them all now. Skelvin, Franklin, Patch, Phil, Gretel. Yeah, Skelvin, Patch, Phil. I'm having a bit of a brain freeze here. Hold on. Patch, Skelvin, Phil, Franklin, yeah, Gretel, yeah, there we go. I don't know why I had a bit of a brain freeze there, but yeah, they'll be returning with their stage and, you know, shows and entertainment and all that on stage. And yeah, that's sort of a brain freeze moment. You got the CBeebies Land Monster Ball coming back, as well as the famous Alton Ancestors, and as well as that, don't forget Scarefest is for all the days Scarefest is open. The park will be open from 10 AM till 9 PM, so of course you can ride your favourite rides in the dark. You know, I'll definitely be getting lots of dark rides on Nemesis, you know, with Nemesis closing at the end of the season for the retrack next year. And as well as that, Wicker Man, 13, Oblivion, you know. But yeah, that's one of the other things what I really love about Scarefest is the opportunity to ride your favourite rides and attractions in the dark. And well, speaking of that, I remember years ago, like, this was when I was like 8, 9 years old. We used to ride Congo River Rapids in the dark, and that was amazing. Sadly, the Rapids, it doesn't open for the dark anymore, which is a shame, but yeah, great childhood memories of riding the River Rapids in the dark when I was like 8, 9 years old. But anyway, that is it for your Scarefest 2022 preview. I know it hasn't been the best video, but I've literally been in a rush to film this because it's Wednesday the 5th of October. I'm planning on getting this out for tomorrow, Thursday, at around 4:30 PM because I've got my Scarefest staff preview, and you know, I've kind of rushed this video, if I'm honest. I should have done it days ago, but I just didn't have enough time, so I've had to really record it today and like just try and hopefully get it out for 4:30 PM tomorrow. And I couldn't really get it out for Friday because that's the first day of the event, so, and it wouldn't be much of a like preview then. But I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. If you did, please give it a like because, as I say, it really does help the channel out. If you are new around here and you would like to become part of the Theme Park Fans YouTube, let me say that again. If you are new around here and you would like to become part of the Theme Park Fans family, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page. As always, our Facebook page link is in the description below, so please go and check that out and give it a like. And yeah, so to finish off this video, I just want to ask you guys, what are you looking forward to most about Scarefest 2022? Do comment below and leave me your thoughts. I know this video's been rushed. I know it hasn't been the best like quality video, but again, I'm just rushing to get this out for Thursday for 4:30 PM hopefully. And yeah, next year's preview I'll try and do it like a couple more days in advance, or even like a week before the event. But yeah. Anyway guys, I'm Wood on you. Thank you for watching Theme Park Fans, and it's time to close the video down. Bye guys, thanks for watching.